discouraged to stay in the room of not being hit, and are less interested in luck. The starting gear of survivors. Wait. The starting gear of scavengers feels slower. Would cycle with I feel like Kai making the Kai like rude with Kai and it's lines are killed at lower range at which they can grab monk. Karma gates have their carbon level requirements removed permanently after the first use. The yellow overseer can light up dark areas with its shaded citadel. Reputation starts at 25 and, if lowered, increases back to value at a rate of 8 cycles per second. What? Of 8 per cycle? Since creatures are much quicker to befriend or give, dynamic difficulty is locked at its max. Dynamic difficulty is locked at its minimum, which has a few effects on certain creatures. The yellow overseer is more present and tries to give monk directions more often. Monk's reputation among creatures, communities such as scavengers, increases a lot faster. Then spears do less damage and have a lower velocity. For reference, Survivor does 1 damage, while Monk does a range of 0.6 to 0.9. This reduced velocity prevents Monk from performing slide spears. I didn't know that. They quickly lose their speed after some distance and become harmless, which limits the effective range of spears. By default, breath, capacity, and weight are both lowered. Despite Monk being portrayed as the game's easy mode, these changes can make certain parts of the game a lot harder. Low breath capacity makes drowning easier in areas like drainage system, and lower weight means colossipedes and wormgrass kill Monk a lot quicker. If you don't have the DLC on, all of the color pearls, which are what you can bring to the iterators to get lore, are replaced with dark gray blank pearls. Monk always leaves a karma cloud on death. Monk is less visible to creatures, is quieter, and gets a stealth bonus when crouching. Every death counts as a cycle per object, and that's why regenerations, without requiring minimum karma. The minimum cycle length is increased. Remix makes tweaks to these changes in its default configuration, some of which can be configured in the settings menu. Breath capacity is higher than Survivor's instead of lower. This is handled by the monk extended breath option. The area illuminated by the yellow overseer in Shaded Citadel is larger. This is handled by monk extra light assistance option. Monk never dies to lizard bites and is always incapacitated instead, with the exception of 100% lethal bites. Monk's statistics are that his lung capacity is 0.83x compared to Survivor, who's 1. But if you have the extended breath on from the remix menu, you get 1.25x. Monk's throwing spear is set as 0, although the spear damage is actually 0.6 to 0.9. Monk has the same speed as Survivor, 1, is slightly lighter at 0.95, is slightly a bit quieter actually at 0.75, and less visible at negative 0.1. Crawling stealth is 0.6, which is 1.2 times the standard. The amount of air is draining per frame is determined by lung factors, where lower values grant a larger lung capacity. When the remix option, monk extended breath, is enabled, lung facts decrease to 0.8 from 1.2. Throwing skill affects velocity and trajectory, and damage value is randomized on throws between 0.6 and 0.9, which has a mean of 0.66 and a median of 0.61875. The world changes that monk has range from a couple things, with predators are somewhat less common and difficult ones could appear less often. Prey animals such as egg bugs and hazers are more widespread. Unfortunate development has more rot. One more shelter is available in upper eastern shoreline. Significantly more bubbleweed is present in drainage